So if you didn't know, DC Fandome was this big online event that happened recently where DC showed off a shit ton of trailers for their future slate of games, shows, and movies. So I wanted to talk about some of that stuff. So first up, we got a trailer for the Snyder Cut of Justice League, and I was pretty impressed by how much they actually showed. It seemed like they were really trying to show how much new footage they held back from us for the theatrical release. I originally thought that this cut would be almost the same as the original version, but with some extra scenes, but it really does look like it's going to be a very different version of the movie. You can tell because right off the bat, they give us a look at Darkseid, whom we never saw in the original movie. He's basically like the Thanos of the DC universe. And even Steppenwolf, who was the original villain from the movie, looks cooler than he used to with some interesting new armor. Superman in the black suit is shown off in its full glory. We also get some deleted scenes that are now fully realized, like the Flash running to save Iris West. So yeah, I'm really excited to finally see what Zack Snyder's original version for this movie was. He explained that it's going up on HBO Max and that it's going to be divided up into 4 one-hour episodes, so that should give him the freedom to develop the story and characters a little better. He also mentioned that there will be a lot more of Cyborg specifically in this movie. For anyone who doesn't have HBO Max, by the way, he did say that he's looking into other ways to distribute the movie, so that's nice. This is the trailer that most people wanted to see out of DC Fandome, and I don't think it disappoints. I like the tone this trailer gives off. Kind of feels like a cross between a horror and murder mystery movie. A lot of people are saying it feels like a Batman version of Seven. The Riddler is a villain people have been wanting to see for a while now, and I think he's a great choice for this style. I know that the Penguin and Catwoman are also here too in supporting roles, so I hope it doesn't get too crowded with all the villains. You can really tell they're leaning into the detective aspect of Batman. I'm honestly surprised they managed to even make something feels so different than previous iterations of the character. I like the design of the new bat suit. I think it's an improvement over the Ben Affleck version at least. This little one-shot fight scene gave me really high hopes for the action we're gonna get. I always thought that Nolan's Dark Knight fights weren't that satisfying, and Ben Affleck only had that one really good warehouse fight. Lastly, I don't know why, but my favorite thing to come out of this trailer was the score. I really like the music they used for the title card. There's something about it that has more of a horror vibe than the more heroic scores of previous Batman. So yeah, 2 thumbs up, I'm hyped for this one. Yeah. So we didn't get a trailer for Black Adam, but rather this concept art looking animation, which gave us a basic look at what they're trying to do with this movie. The setting looks quite unique for a superhero movie, kind of reminds me of that X-Men Days of Future Past end credit scene. The Rock kept talking about how powerful this guy is going to be, so I hope the action scenes are still interesting to watch, unlike another overpowered hero we've seen. What really surprised me though is that Black Adam is going to go up against the Justice Society, which I think was a really good idea. When you have this uber powerful dude, it makes sense to make the antagonist a team of heroes. It's definitely going to be a much more interesting matchup of power sets than we got in Shazam. I'm getting really tired of how superhero movies seem to always want to have an antagonist with the same powers as the hero, so this will definitely lead to more interesting fights. Honestly, this movie just makes me more excited for when we actually see him fight Shazam. So they didn't show us an official trailer for this one, but rather a rundown of all the new characters that are going to be in the new squad and some behind the scenes footage. I'm really happy that James Gunn is directing this reboot. I think he's the perfect person to help bring the funny and weirdness of Guardians of the Galaxy to this franchise. Like, you can tell by the character designs alone that they're really having fun with it. The colorful, comic accurate costumes they're giving some of these characters is such an improvement over the boring, drab look of the original. Gunn also said he's trying to make the movie feel like a 1970s war film, which means a lot of people are probably gonna die, so that tagline of "don't get too attached" works perfectly for this. It sucks though, because I assume there's gonna be a lot of fun characters that people are going to be really sad to see get killed off, especially because there are a lot of them. He also mentions that the story is going to have a lot of twists, which goes to show that this is going to be a very suspenseful movie. The best part is just going to be guessing who's going to survive by the end of the story. So yeah, other than those big movie drops, we got some trailers for some new games, and even a look at some concept art from the new Flashpoint movie. Overall, I think DC Fandome turned out really well. Out of all the trailers and games and TV shows that they showed off, nothing really disappointed the fans. Everything is what everyone wanted to see, and it really got me hyped for DC's new slate of films. So yeah, thanks for watching, and be sure to click the like and subscribe buttons. I'll see you guys in the next video.